Welcome to the Book Room Duo, where we explore a variety of books.
That's right.
And today we're diving into Five Bad Deeds by Caz Frear.
Ooh,
So this is going to be exciting.
yeah.
We're going to walk through the events of the book, kind of chronologically,
Okay.
but keep your ears peeled for some fascinating character dynamics.
Yeah.
And of course, those signature twists and turns that keep you guessing until the very end.
Absolutely. This one's got you on the edge of your seat the whole time.
I know, right from the very beginning.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Oh, yeah.
so we're introduced to Ellen,
Right.
who at first glance seems to have it all.
Yeah. Picture perfect life.
Yeah. A loving husband, 3 adorable kids, and a beautiful home in Thames Lawley.
Come slowly. Yeah.
But there are cracks in the facade.
Yeah. Right away, you get these little hints
Right.
that something's not quite right.
Like she's on probation for a DUI,
Yeah, exactly.
which hints at a possible darker side.
Hmm.
And then there's that unsettling anonymous letter
Oh, yeah.
warning her of consequences.
It's creepy.
I know.
Very creepy.
It sets the stage for a suspenseful story.
Yeah, definitely.
And then as the story unfolds, we meet Tom Delaney,
Okay.
a friend of Ellen's husband and his wife, Nesh.
Right, right.
Tom, as it turns out, is having an affair with a much younger woman named Jessie.
Yeah, no.
And Ellen finds herself in a moral dilemma.
Right. A real tough one.
Does she tell Nesh and risk destroying her marriage?
Yeah.
Or does she stay silent?
Oh, that's juicy.
I know, and it makes you wonder right away, like, what would you do in that situation?
I'd be so torn.
I know, me too.
I don't know what I would do.
So what do you think about Ellen's decision to tell Nesh?
Well, on the one hand, you could say she was being a good friend.
Right, looking out for her?
Yeah, but there's also this sense that maybe
Mm-hmm.
she enjoyed having this little secret,
Who?
this power over Tom and
Yeah.
Nush.
I didn't think about it that way.
It adds a whole other dimension to their friendship, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And as you can imagine, telling Nesh has serious repercussions.
Oh, yeah, it's like a snowball effect.
It really is like things just spiral out of control.
Totally.
The harassment she faces escalates dramatically.
Oh.
First, there's a fake Facebook profile created in her name.
Oh, that's so awful.
I know, can you imagine?
No.
Then the anonymous messages continue,
Right.
and then she gets a visit from social services regarding her son, Max.
Gosh, it's like someone's trying to ruin her life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder who could possibly be behind all of this and why target Ellen specifically.
Yeah. I was racking my brain trying to figure it out.
Me too.
The author's really good at making you suspicious of everyone.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like even Orla Ellen's teenage daughter.
Oh, yeah.
There are moments where you think maybe she resents her mom's seemingly perfect life
Uh-huh.
and wants to create some chaos.
Ooh, that's an interesting angle.
Right.
Then there's Zane,
Zane.
Christy's boyfriend.
Christy's the sister, right?
Yes, Christy's Ellen's sister.
Right.
And Zane is this troubled teen with a sharp mind and this air of vulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
Ellen finds herself drawn to him, but their age difference and his complex background
Yeah.
create this undeniable tension.
You never know what his true intentions are.
Right. Is he genuinely in need of guidance, or is he manipulating her?
Yeah. Is he good or is he bad?
I kept going back and forth.
Me too.
It's really hard to tell, at least in the beginning.
Yeah, the author keeps you guessing.
Yeah, for sure.
And, you know, Zane's presence in Ellen's life really shakes things up no matter how you interpret it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It adds a whole other layer of intrigue to the story.
And just when you think things can't get any more complicated,
Yeah.
Zane disappears.
Oh,
I
no.
know.
What happened?
And guess who becomes the prime suspect?
Ellen, I bet.
Of course.
It's classic.
Right, it's a classic setup.
Uh-huh.
But amidst the police investigation and the mounting pressure, there's this bombshell reveal.
What is it?
Quinn Ellen's seemingly supportive friend
Oh, no.
is the one behind the relentless harassment.
I did not see that coming.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Wow. It makes you question everything you thought you knew about Gwen,
Seriously, what was her motivation?
right? Why target Ellen so viciously?
It's crazy.
It turns out her resentment stems from this deep-seated jealousy of Ellen's seemingly perfect life.
Ooh, it's like that saying comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah.
She was so focused on what Ellen had that she couldn't see her own struggles.
Yeah, it's like she was blinded by her own resentment.
Totally.
And her revenge is ruthless.
Oh, it is.
I mean, her actions have devastating consequences, not just for Ellen, but for everyone around them.
Right. Relationships are crumbling. Trust is shattered. It's
Yeah.
like a bomb went off.
Yeah, it really is.
And the truth becomes a weapon
Oh, yeah.
to inflict maximum pain.
And that's just the first half of the book.
Oh my gosh, there's more.
I know.
Buckle up.
We've only scratched the surface.
I can't wait to see what happens next.
Me too.
This is good.
I know.
So good.
So we left off with that huge reveal that Gwen Ellen's supposed friend was behind all the harassment.
Yeah, it really makes you wonder how well you can ever know someone.
Right. Like you think you know a person and then bam.
Exactly. You create this whole story in your head about them.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes it's completely wrong.
And in Gwen's case, it's really, really wrong.
Oh, for sure. But as we get deeper into her backstory, you start to see how she got to this point.
Yeah, like how did she become this person capable of such cruelty?
Right. Her childhood was really rough.
Yeah, I remember that part.
And her relationship with Jason was super messed up.
That definitely left some scars.
It's like all these experiences shaped her into the person she is now.
So the author doesn't make excuses for her, but she does help us understand her a little bit.
Exactly. Gwen's resentment towards Ellen, it goes way deeper than just envy.
Right. It's like this feeling of injustice that she's been cheated out of the life she deserved
Yeah, and she's projecting all of that onto Ellen.
and punishing her for having what she wants.
Oh, yeah, and it's not just Ellen who gets hurt.
Oh, right.
Nush gets dragged into this whole mess, too.
Ugh, I felt so bad for Nush.
Me too. She really trusted Gwen.
Uh-huh. And then Gwen just uses that trust against her.
It's brutal. I mean, Nush is going through this tough time with her marriage,
Right.
and Gwen just twists the knife.
It's almost like because Gwen has been betrayed and manipulated herself,
Yeah.
she doesn't see how much it hurts when she does it to others.
You'd think she'd be more sensitive to that, wouldn't you?
Exactly.
But it's like this cycle of trauma, you know?
Oh, that makes sense.
People who have been hurt often end up hurting others.
It's sad, but it's true.
And even Christy Ellen's sister is shocked by how far Gwen goes.
It's like this whole situation brings out different sides of the sisters.
Yeah, for sure.
Christy might make bad decisions sometimes, but
Yeah.
she would never be as cruel as Gwen.
It's like they have different ideas of right and wrong.
It's interesting, though, how going through this together kind of brings them closer.
Yeah, definitely. They still have their issues.
Oh, yeah.
But now they have this shared experience of being betrayed by Gwen.
And they're family at the end of the day.
Right, exactly.
So meanwhile, Ellen's whole life is falling apart.
She's like watching everything she built crumble around her.
It must be so devastating.
And she's starting to realize that maybe she wasn't as perfect as she pretended to be.
Oh, yeah, that's a tough pill to swallow.
And her marriage to Adam is definitely on the rocks.
Yeah, Adam's furious that she kept him in the dark about Orla.
And he can't believe this is the same woman he thought he knew.
I can see both sides, you know.
Yeah, it's complicated.
Their marriage already had problems,
Uh-huh.
and this just blew everything wide open.
Now Adam feels betrayed and disillusioned.
And Ellen's left dealing with the consequences.
And we can't forget about Jason, the police officer investigating Zane's disappearance.
Right, Jason has a personal connection to this whole thing because of Gwen,
Yeah, he wants to see her brought to justice.
which is understandable considering what she did to him.
But it's clear he's still carrying a lot of pain from his past.
Yeah, you can feel his inner struggle.
It's like he's trying to save Ellen from suffering the same fate.
He's a bit of a wounded hero, isn't he?
Yeah, trying to do the right thing while dealing with his own demons.
And then the investigation takes a turn when they find out Orla was involved in Zane's disappearance.
Oh, yeah, that was a huge twist.
I did not see that
I
coming.
know, right? We knew Orla was troubled, but to find out she planted the knife on Zane
It's chilling.
to make him take the fall for her.
It's like a messed up version of love.
Yeah, it's loyalty and protection taken to the extreme.
And it makes you wonder what kind of impact this will have on her in the long run.
That's what I love about this book.
What's that?
It doesn't tie everything up neatly.
Uh-huh.
It leaves you thinking about the consequences for everyone involved.
Yep. Right.
Like, what happens to these characters after the book ends?
And just when you think you've seen it all,
Uh-huh.
we get that final confrontation between Ellen and Gwen.
That scene was intense.
It was like years of resentment and jealousy just pouring out.
So much pain.
It's heartbreaking to see how much they've hurt each other.
And in the end, Gwen gets arrested,
Right.
which feels like justice.
Yeah. But it doesn't erase the damage she caused.
Definitely not the scars run deep.
So as the dust settles and the truth is revealed, what happens next?
Well, that's what we'll explore in the final part of our deep dive into 5 bad deeds.
We'll talk about the aftermath and the lingering questions this book raises. Gwen's arrested here. The truth isn't out there, but it just doesn't feel like the end, you know?
It really doesn't. 5 Bad Deeds isn't one of those books that ties everything up with a bow.
Right. It's like, okay, what now?
Yeah, exactly. It leaves you with this feeling of unease, like you said, thinking about what happens to Ellen and her family.
Like, can she and Adam really come back from all of this?
It's a tough one. I mean, they were already having problems.
And then all the secrets and betrayal?
Yeah, their whole foundation was shaken.
And what about Orla?
Oh, man, that's another tough one.
Can Ellen forgive her, knowing what she did?
I mean, she did it to protect Ellen, but still.
Yeah, just so messed up.
And poor Max, he's just a kid caught in the middle of all this.
Yeah, you can't help but worry about him.
It really shows how these things affect everyone, you know?
Not just the people directly
It's
involved.
like a ripple effect.
Speaking of which, what happens to Jason?
Oh, yeah. Does he find any peace after all of this?
Bringing Gwen to justice had to be cathartic in a way.
Definitely, but it doesn't erase his past.
Right, the trauma is still there.
Those scars are deep.
And then there's that letter from Zane.
Oh, yeah, the one he hid under her mattress.
It's like this symbol of their connection, even though it was so twisted.
Yeah, despite all the lies and manipulation.
It's almost hopeful in a way.
Maybe it's a way for Ellen to hold on to the good parts of their relationship.
Or maybe she just can't let go of him completely.
It's a mix of so many emotions: hope, despair, longing, regret.
Caz Frear is amazing at capturing those nuances.
She really is. This is a book that stays with you.
Yeah, it makes you think about your own life, your own relationships.
Yeah. It challenges you to examine the choices you make, the secrets you keep.
And the impact those things have on others.
Because sometimes even seemingly perfect lives are built on lies.
That the truth always comes out eventually.
It's a reminder that we're all capable of good and bad.
And our actions have consequences.
But there's always hope for redemption.
Yeah, that's the beauty of this story. Even in the darkness, there's a chance for healing and growth.
Exactly. It's a powerful message.
Well, that wraps up our deep dive into 5 Bad Deeds by Caz Frear.
This was a good one.
It was so intense and thought-provoking.
I love books that make you feel all the feels.
Me too. Thanks for joining us on this journey.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Make sure to subscribe for more bookish adventures and hit that like button if you enjoyed the ride.
Yeah, and don't forget to share the knowledge. Spread the word.